everybody! CW here. Look what I got. Look what I got. NOE bullet molds. They're running a sale. Black Friday sale. In stock molds, 25% off. I'm not selling them. I'm just passing it along. Nothing for sale here. This is one I've had before. It's a mold that was lent to me by two different people, actually, separate times, and I really like it. It is a copy of the RCBS 35200 flat nose mold. Here's how they come. Here's how he ships them. Always in an envelope and a box. Very well shipped. Very well packed. Never ever a problem. Now he had a sign on his website saying that it was going to be a delay in shipping because of sickness. So I don't know if one person, all of them, what the story was. So I said, no, I'm not in any hurry. This arrived in like 3 days from Utah. He's in Provo, Utah. The 25% is applied at checkout, and it's for in-stock molds. So give them a checkout. This is a 316-214 flat nose. This is a 5-cavity plain base mold. This is the only difference. Every one I've had used before was a gas check mold. And I'll see if I can find it over here. And I'll show you the bullet. And I'll see if I can find another representation. But we're going to go through this completely. I had a request to show everything I do with a new mold. So that's what we're going to do. One of the biggest reasons that I like this mold is because the Me-Plat is just a little bit bigger, wider than the RCBS. But it's the nearly identical profile of an RCBS, and the RCBS is a gas check. This is a plain base, and I prefer the plain base for my uses because of powder coating. Gas checks still have a use, and also now that I have the Matson plain base gas check maker and cedar tool, it doesn't matter. This can be a gas check bullet for me now too. So let me go over here and see if I can find the actual bullet that I cast with the other mold, and I'll show it. Okay, I found a lot of them. And here is the RCBS bullet. It's a dark color, so it's hard to see. But gas checked, this happens to be an aluminum gas check. There's the Me-Plat, and it's just a little bit smaller than it is in this mold. That's the 200 RCBS. And then here is this is the exact bullet. Let me pull out a light colored one so it's easier to see. And this is it right here. This is the NOE bullet. Gas checked again. This is a brass gas check. And you can see a little larger Me-Plat than on the RCBS. But they're virtually identical. The driving bands, the placement of them, the overall length, the shape, of course. Sorry this is so dark. It's a root beer. It's just the way it is. That's all I have. So that's that one. And then the one I forgot was the M&P. The M&P 358-200. And let's see if I've got, there's a green one in here. It might be easier to see. There's a purple. There's a green one. And of course, this is a hollow point. But same exact shape, profile, design, length, the whole 9 yards. This is the 358-200, the copy of the RCBS 200, or 210, whatever it is. And then there's two more. We've got a couple of heavyweights. The first one is another MP mold. This is the MP 359-220. And I like this one a lot. This is what I shoot in my 358. This one has a small hollow point. It's fairly deep, but it's small diameter versus that big diameter of the 200. And you can see that's the same profile. It's just a little bit taller because it's 20 grains heavier. But remember, this NOE is 215. So we're really close. This is 220, this is 215. We're really close. And this color just makes it look thicker, bigger. Plus the me-plat is so much bigger. Makes it look like a larger caliber bullet, but it's really not. And the last one is a Seiko. And it's a 352. And depending on your alloy, it's about 245 grains. So it's heavier again. So let's look at this NOE, which is what the video is about. But this is a Seiko 245. Again, smaller me-plat. Much closer to the RCBS 245, 205-ish, 210. Almost identical me-plat. Very, very, very close shape. Just longer because it's, heavier. But this is really a popular bullet. Almost everybody makes a copy of this. And again, I wish it wasn't this dark color. It'd be easier for you to see. But this is just a root beer color, and this is all I've got left cast. Happens to have an aluminum gas check, where that's a Hornady copper gas check, and this one here has looks like a Hornady as well. It doesn't look like a Sage's. And this one here is a brass gas check, probably also Hornady. And that looks more like a Sage's gas check. But there we go. These are all copies of this RCBS. I'm going to call the RCBS the first one. Put these in order here. So we got the RCBS, we got the NOE, we got the MMP 200, MMP 220, and Seiko 352-245. Again, dependent on your alloy. But the biggest me-plat is that RCBS, and that NOE. And that's the reason that I like it so much. That flat, larger me-plat. Now the new mold is going to get this for me in a plain base. So to show you, let's see, let's take this one here. It virtually fits in the mold. It's a little bit longer, but the base of it is fitting. It's fitting in the mold. That's how close of a copy it is. That's the MP. Here's the RCBS. Also drops right in. Drops right in the mold. That's how close of a copy it is. It literally drops right in. The mold. It's a little bit different, but really close. And the MP I don't think will. It's not quite as close as the other two, but it's not far away, not far off. So there we go. So let's go and get this cleaned, washed up. I'll show you the next step. Stand by. I didn't get to washing yet, but we'll do it in a second. I wanted to show this to you because it really gets to show why we have to wash these. What you've got here, that's oil. See that little spot? Watch. That's oil. Your little spot up there? Gone. That's all oil. It's going to stop corrosion, but it's going to contaminate our lead, and it's going to create a film that the lead won't fill, and it'll create sags and imperfections in our bullet. So you want it clean, 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 and you want all that oil off and gone. Oil's good for protection of the surface corrosion, for storage, for shipping, but it's no good for making bullets. So you want to clean all that off. So we're going to get an old toothbrush, good hot water, and your favorite dish soap. I like Dawn, but whatever you like. Hot, hot, hot. Hot as you can get it. If you can get away with it, you can stick it right in the dishwasher. You know, it's just a chunk of metal. Not going to hurt anything. Put it right in the dishwasher and let it get washed. You're going to do about the same thing. But I like to scrub it out. Soap and water, followed by a good soaking down with brake cleaner. Maybe another clean toothbrush. Soak it again, and then we're going to season it. We're going to bake it. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you everything because YouTube doesn't like some of these things. So, probably have videos on Rumble as well as YouTube. And I'll refer back and forth and show you what I can on YouTube. But they don't like these things. So even though we're just talking about a bullet mold, it associates with stuff they don't like. So they don't like to see this stuff. I've gotten videos bounced on bullet molds, and there's no reason to do so. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a piece of metal. But they don't want to hear about it. So I don't want to push the envelope too much. We're just going to do it on Rumble only for the stuff that they may not like. So let's go wash this and shut this one out, and then we'll do another one with Rumble and finish it up. I think it'll take 2 videos. Maybe we'll even do a little casting in the last one since it's going to be Rumble only. All right, stay tuned. All right, get in the sink, hot as water as you can. Get your mold right in here, old toothbrush, and literally just scrub. Now, you know it's not dirty. You're trying to get rid of the oils. And Dawn is what I like. But most all dishwashing detergents are going to have stuff in them to help displace oils. And that's what you want to do when you first start out, right out of the box. And don't just get the cavities. Oil migrates. So you want to get the entire mold. Everything. Sides, corners, edges, everything. You can't really do it too much, so and then get the other side. Simple as this. Not a big deal. Not a hard thing. Something you don't really think about. Why would you wash a mold? But those oils that are manufactured with and put on to keep it nice and shiny and clean and, you know, avoid tarnishing and corrosion, will migrate into your cavities and will sit as a film and cause the oil will cause the lead to give you wrinkles and sags and imperfections and improper fill out. So it's really an important step to wash a brand new mold. Now, it's not something you have to do over and over again. I've got pretty hot water, but I don't have super hot water. So you can boil water and do this. You can stick it in the microwave. No, don't stick it in the microwave. You can stick it in the dishwasher because it's just a piece of metal. It's nothing. You know, your wife may have something to say about it, but just explain to her it's not anything. It's never been used. It's never touched anything bad. It's just a piece of metal, just like a pot or a pan. So putting it in the dishwasher may be a good thing. Now, I like really hot water because what it'll do is it'll flash off, and that's why I like to use boiling water. It'll flash right off, heat the mold up, and then no problem. But if you don't have that, just dry it off. Paper towels or towel or whatever you have, but you want something lint-free. You don't want to introduce more things in there, and then just set it out and let it dry, and then we're going to bake it. Yep, we're going to bake it. You don't have to do this. It can be done just by using the mold. But what it's going to do, the reason I do it is because it helps you get good bullets right away or faster. So instead of getting a whole bunch of bad bullets, sagged bullets, you know, warped bullets, not warped, you know, sags in them, wrinkles in them, you will cut that down by quite a bit by washing and by seasoning. Seasoning is baking it. And it's literally just sticking it in your oven. I kind of would avoid the your wife's oven in the kitchen. Although it's not really hurting anything, I'd still avoid it. She's not going to like it. But use the oven you have for your powder coating, if you powder coat. If you don't, toaster oven will suffice. And bake it for about 20 minutes. You want to start from room temperature, put it in there, let it get up to 400. Once it gets up to temperature, run it for about half an hour, and then turn it off and let it cool. Let it come back to room temperature. You might have to do that 2 or 3 times, but every time you do it, you're helping to cook off any of those oils that'll create imperfections in your bullets. Again, it's not a requirement. It's what I do. I find that it gives me good bullets faster. So there we go. Just going to sign off, call this good, and we'll start casting. That'll be in the second video. So God bless everybody. Yow.